Or tomorrow. It should have been posted, yes. If I check it's posted, I posted in the right class because whatever. All right, start off. Very basic one. Y equals 10. 2x plus 3y equals 42. I'm looking at my test.
The actual test. The real test? You're giving us a real test? Oh,
no, I'm making up questions based off the test.
Have you ever thought about the fact that we could all jump you right now and just take that? Right
you cannot beat me.
Then he would. This is literally recorded right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that threat is recorded. I'll see you later. Oh, if I do get attacked later though, then I just set the recording. So.
Yeah, it's just like when that dog bit that guy. If you recorded anything about that guy being.
Can you see me?
No, it's the camera's off.
If the dog bit other guy.
All right, guys, it's a test. I want to get over through it. First off, very basic one where I give you one of the variables. Remember, you're looking for two variables. You start off with one, which is good, 10. So you take it and plug it into the other one. 2x plus 30, 3 times 10 is 30, equals 42. Subtract 30 on both sides. 2x equals 12, divide by 2 on both sides, x equals 6. So it'll be 6, 10.
Oh, I thought it was in a second.
You do not need to. You could, but you do not need to.
Okay, good.
Y equals 3x plus 2. Y equals 5x minus 10.
Is this the next problem?
Next problem.
Okay.
So the next problem, and I'm just going to go through these fast because I want to cover as much as I can.
Wait.
So these, both of the y's equal.
Wait, this is just algebra, right?
Yeah. This is just y equals. So because they equal to each other, I can set them equal to each other. 3x plus 2 equals 5x minus 10. I always like to move the smallest x. So 3 is smaller. So minus 3x, minus 3x. So I move the plus 10 to the other side. 2x equals 12. X equals 6.
Again.
Yeah. So then you're going to take that x equals 6 and you have to plug it into one of your original questions. Doesn't matter which one.
We're gonna do the positive.
Top one.
I'll do the top one because it has smaller numbers. Y equals 6 times 3 plus 2, 18 plus 2, y equals 20. Make sure you want to write your answer as a coordinate point. So 6, 20.
If we just left it as like x equals.
I wouldn't mind, but when you have the multiple one, you need to make sure you write it in coordinate points. So just get used to it on the normal situation. Yes.
How do you know what situations you do like the basic ones where you just set them equal to each other and the ones where you put it on top of each other?
It depends how I give it to you, the question. You could always rearrange the question to whatever you want. So, but sometimes they're just like, this one's set up like perfectly to be substituted. Yes. I already gave a packet now.
Oh, the packet?
Yeah, it's the packet.
So you're never going to say you have.
Since the 7th, apparently.
So you're never going to say you have to use this type of way to solve.
You're not forced to. It literally says in the instructions, solve the following system equations however you like.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so kind.
You can even use matrices on all these if you really want to. I think that takes too much time, but whatever. 3x plus 4y equals 10. 2x plus 4y equals 7. Again, this might cause a fraction, but so this one, Jay was asking about the which one to choose, whether you subtract or you did. So in this one, you could just subtract down because they're already lined up and you already have y's that match. So I'm going to do subtract down. You also could multiply the bottom by -1, then add. That's the same thing. Either way, 3x minus 2x is just an x, 1x left over. 4 minus 4 is 0y. Remember, your goal is to get something 0. So that's really good when that happens. And then 10 minus 7 is 3. So you have x equals 3. You found one answer. Take it, plug it into one of the two equations. I'm going to do the bottom one because they have smaller numbers.
I was also gonna do that one.
So 2 times 3 plus 4y equals 7. This is going to be 5. No, the 6. 6 plus 4y equals 7. 4y equals 1.
What?
Y equals 1/4.
You won't do that.
Not on the test, but I made up these numbers, so that's why they're random. So it's going to be
Really
3,
There's no
comma,
fractions, right?
1/4. There should be no fractions, and I have to do the answer sheet to check, and then if not, I change it.
You
But-
did the answer sheet, you send it over to me and I'll double check.
I-
How funny was that? I should get an extra point because I made you laugh so hard.
You guys make me laugh in all different type of ways.
It wasn't you guys, it was just me. Give me the credit.
Lizzie,
Give me the credit that I deserve.
Sometimes the mitzvah is its own reward, okay?
Okay,
So just let me know.
Okay. Let's do the next one.
Then you'll just send it in the group chat.
okay.
3x plus 10y equals 20. And then let's do 6x plus 20y equals, let's do 41.
We're gonna multiply the top by -10.
Not 10, that's too much.
By
This is
-2,
2.
sorry.
Let's do the top by, I do by 2, then subtract, but -2 is totally fine also. But I'm gonna do times 2. But you could do -2, then
Times
just add it.
-2.
You could do -2, that's totally fine. Because I want the numbers to
Then
match.
it's positive.
That's fine, because I'll subtract down. You could do it. I just told you, it's okay. We're just doing it differently. Guess what? Math is awesome like that. You can
And
just do
it's
whatever you
not
want.
solvable.
Ooh, why is it not solvable?
Because it's the both of them cancel out. to
Good.
substitution.
So you're gonna have to subtract down, and what ends up you getting 0 equals 1. Now I'm gonna ask you, does 0 equal 1? No, because that does not, it's not true. This is a no solution.
Can you give us one of these?
Remember, this is recorded, so
Will you give us one of these?
I don't want to get copyright striked or whatever. What's up?
Will you give us one of these on the test? You know,
A no solution, or if they do equal each other, what is that also called? If they do equal each
Isn't
other.
it just like the
All
line?
real? Oh,
All
wow.
real, the more correct answer is infinite solutions, but if you say all real, yeah, you'll be totally fine, because I've been saying that.
You're gonna give us one where we're gonna need to write infinite solutions.
Or all real solutions, that's the same
So you're
thing.
definitely gonna give us.
One or the other, yeah, it's gonna be no solution or infinite solutions.
What would it be though?
I don't know, you have to figure it out.
No, how would you do it also? Can you do
Oh, an all solution is when you subtract everything, you get 0 equals 0, or like 5 equals 5. You get a true statement.
That's one though.
No. Stop. If the true statement happens, it is the real answer is infinite solutions are all real solutions. But if it's an untrue statement, like 0 does not equal 1, right? Because 0 does not equal
How are
1,
you
it's a
gonna
no
give us
solution.
5 equals 5 though, because you still have an X or a Y.
It's depending how you do the work. You could have done substitution. You could have got something different.
That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah. Substitution or
Yeah,
elimination.
can we do an all real one?
Sure.
Like, how do you get rid of both the X and the Y? but
Yeah, I
also
don't,
have, like,
but also have.
Sure. So let's do, I'll make a real quick one.
Those types of questions.
3x plus 10y equals 20. 3x plus 10y equals 20.
Oh, wait, what?
Okay. So this one you would subtract down, right?
But then it's 0. Yeah.
0 plus 0 equals 0. Hey, 0 equals 0. Is that a true statement? 0 equals 0?
I understand that one. I'm talking about if it's 5 equals 5. How would that happen? You can't have that. That wouldn't happen.
It's depending how you do your simplification. In elimination, I guess that wouldn't happen, but it could happen. So
You can if there's an X and a Y.
I'm just telling you, if you see it equals the same, then it's infinite. If it's not, it's
I
not.
wouldn't know. how to
Wait,
get
question,
that.
what if it's, what if this was like a 19?
Then it would be no solution.
Yeah. So when in a situation, it's just everything.
If it's a true scenario, like 0 equals 0, that's always true, or that's infinitely true. So that's why we say it's the solutions. While 0, yeah, infinite, yeah. Infinite solutions are all real solutions. Again, it's my fault. I've been always saying all real solutions. That's true for a single like equation. That's not true for a system. So you technically should say infinite. You will not get credit off for that. All right, next one, how to deal with x squared. Let's do this. And remember, you can always rewrite it to whatever you want to look like. So if you want to make it an elimination, you can always rewrite it as elimination. Talking about the last question. Let's do y equals x squared plus 3x plus 10. And then y equals x,
Your birthday's like next month, right?
let's do plus
Your birthday's like next month.
18.
This one looks complicated.
Yeah, 18.
I don't like this one.
So now we have an
Equals
x.
to each other, right?
Okay, so because I gave it to you y equals, you could always remake it as y equals, okay? So I gave it to you straightforward. Now, with that in mind, because they both equal y, they could both equal each other. So we're gonna do x squared plus 3x plus 10 equals x plus 18. Now, since this is a quadratic though, right? We can't deal with it by just getting x by itself because we have an x squared and an x.
We're gonna need to root it after.
We're gonna have to factor it. Before we factor it, we gotta set it equal to
Zero.
0. So let's say set it equal to 0. I'm going to subtract x on both sides, and I'm going to subtract 18 on both sides. So it's x squared plus 2x minus 8 equals 0.
What did you just do?
I just subtracted x to get rid of this one, and I subtracted 18 to get rid of this one. Now, over here, we have x squared plus 2x minus 8, or 2x minus 8. What we're going to do is factor. So what multiplies to -8 that adds to 2 is going to be x minus 2, x plus 4.
You gotta plug in both, right?
What's up?
You gotta plug in both at the end.
Is it 2 4? Oh, yeah.
But remember, this is, you split it and you solve for each one. So x minus 2 equals 0 and x plus 4 equals 0. So you could think of it as this is -4 and you think of this as 2. So 2 and -4. Those are your two x values. If you have two x values, they need two y values. So I'm going to take both answers and plug it into equation. And you can plug it into the same equation. So in this case, I'm going to plug it into the bottom one, okay? So it's going to be for the first one, do y. Y equals 2 plus 18. So that's y equals 20. So your first answer, this is why it's important to put it in ordered pairs, 2, 20. You're showing that the 2 causes the 20.
Wait, I'm very confused.
Then I'm going to take the next,
2 plus 18?
I just replaced the x with a 2. Right? Because this is 2, this is 2, this is 2. Yeah. 2 on the bottom left right there. And then y equals -4 plus 18. Y equals 14. So it's going to be -4, 14.
To correct both?
You need to write both.
Yeah.
Hold on, all right.
Wait, do you have to test them?
You do not need to test them, but if you really want to test them, you take it and plug it into the top one and see if it's true.
Whoa. Can you not give us, can you give us one of these?
You got 2 of these.
2?
Yeah.
These are the longest ones.
It's not even the longest one.
Does it get harder? Or no?
The other one, you have to rearrange it to make it y equals before you start. So this one you see in the black, it was given y equals. You just have to move everything to be y equals, then solve it. Yeah.
Would the answer be different depending on which number you put it to?
No, if you pick the right numbers, it should be true for both equations.
I'm saying you put the x equals 2.
Into here,
Y equals x squared plus 3x plus 10. When you put it
if these numbers are correct, they should be the same. Because what are we actually finding? We're finding what x and y value works for both equations. So we're looking for where did they both cause the same thing.
both.
So they should work. This would be 4, just to do that quickly, plus 12, plus 10.
Wait, but wouldn't you plug in negative?
Wait, what do we,
four? It's not
oh, wait, oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it's 6, it's 6. It'll be 6. So then 4 plus 6 plus 10 is 20, yeah.
3 times 4, so
No. You don't plug one number each. 2, you plug into every x. And then you do it again for -4,
I like,
if you want to do it like that. But that's more work.
I like.
Don't you have to plug in negative 4 on the top one?
You don't have to do it also. If you do it for one, you already got it for both.
No, what's it called? Polarized.
You should get the same answer. If you do it correctly, you should get the same answer. Yeah, like if you want to check your work, you would plug -4 into here and see if you get 14, okay? All right.
For the y equals x squared plus 3x plus 10.
Yes.
If you put -4.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
You would get 16, that's positive 16,
I'm not.
Yeah.
minus 12,
Minus 12.
plus 10.
Yeah.
4 plus 10 is 14.
Oh, well, so you would get.
Yeah. You have to get the same answer or you did it wrong. All right. No. Kelly and Zach. I'm moving on to the next one. All right. So we're gonna have what I call a basic 3 variable one. X equals 10. 2x plus 2y equals
Stop, I gotta do math.
44. X plus 3y minus 2z equals
Let me break this
I don't
down
know,
for-
100.
What'd you ask?
Yes, X.
Okay, what'd you ask?
This is still
Let me write
all,
this down.
guys, stop talking. For this one, this is still a system of equation, which is just the same instruction as well. Solve the following, however way you want. So for this one, we're looking for three variables, right? We have three missing variables. We're looking for X, Y, and Z. So X, Y, and Z. Yeah. So this one, I'm going to give you one that's like the easy one, which is just find one at a time. So this one, I already give you X is 10. So you can put 10 right here. Next, we're going to use this 10 to find the Y because this equation only has X and Y's. So 2 times 10 plus 2Y equals 44. So 20 plus 2Y equals 44. 2Y equals 24. Y equals 12. So this is going to be 12. Well, now, since I have an X and I have a Y, this bottom equation, the only thing I need to find is a Z. So I'm going to use the bottom equation now to find the Z. I know X is 10, so 10 plus 3 times, I know Y is 12, so I replace it with a 12, minus 2Z equals 100. 100.
Wait, you got Y equals 12?
Yeah,
How?
I look at the purple work.
Yeah.
10 plus 36 minus 2Z equals 100. 46 minus 2Z equals 100. Subtract 46 on both sides. Negative 2Z equals 54. So Z equals negative 27. Sending your final answer?
This is the part where I say I want one of those.
10, 12, negative 27.
Wait, there's two
It is
equal signs.
doable.
How does that even?
Everything in math is doable. What?
The charts, like all them,
Is
all
all
the
of
charts
this
in that,
easy?
on these, everything.
Chart? Graphing? Yeah, we'll get to graphing.
Yeah.
But we did do graphing yesterday, and that's also yesterday's video. So if I get to it, I get to it.
I don't think we have word problems.
Do we have word problems?
We did one word problem in class, but you don't have it on your test.
Ours also?
You have the same test.
We do have word problems.
It- Yeah, he probably is supposed to scare you guys. All right, next one. Again, you were being recorded, so don't say anything blasphemous, okay? Harming. So this is going to be, it's gonna be weird answers, but I'm just gonna show you how to do it in the
Wait,
calculator.
what was Z again?
Is it not? It was 24, negative 27.
Wait, do I need a calculator?
Yeah, you borrow one from the front office.
Or we could have the school buy us a new one.
I mean, go to the school, but I told you to take your calculators when
Should
you
we say
left.
that you lost them?
No, because that's not true.
Should we say you stole them?
That's even more untrue.
I mean, tell Gary Berger that you stole them.
I mean, he'll just ask me, did you steal them? I'm gonna be like, no,
That's also.
15.
Right.
Everything's recorded now.
This is actually so.
Yes. Okay. Now the matrix answer on this calculator is going to look very decimal and obscene. So I'm going to show you how to do it. This is not going to make answers that make sense because it's going to be a weird answer. Plus 2Z equals, I don't know, 54. So this is going to look very bad. So I'm going to pull out the calculator. I don't know, 20 something probably. We have Hook today, though. 18? 13.
Yeah.
All right, let me get this done. And then since I did the graphing in the video before, hopefully those two combined covers most of the things, okay?
What do I do? What do I do now?
On your test. One where it's just a straight line, and then you got like one that involves a circle, one that involves a parabola, and then one that involves like a couple of lines crisscross, the U shape. Okay, so copy that down. Let me put this to the side over here.
Is that 15?
Well, if we still have time to.
I'd be happy to, but I just realized it's we're gonna end in like 6 minutes, so
I say one quick one.
I would love to do that. Okay. So how to do this in your calculator. Let me just share this so the whole screen shows.
Isn't this how you usually do it with the matrix?
Yeah, exactly how you do it in the matrix. Either way, here's how you do it. You're gonna take math, and then you're gonna go right. Oh, I'm sorry, not math. You're gonna go second matrix, my fault. Second x minus 1, which is matrix. You're gonna go right, edit your matrix. So it's 3 by 3. So you take the numbers in front. So the numbers in front, in this case, or your matrix should be 2, 3, -4, 4, 3, -4, 3, 3, -3, 2. So that's your first matrix. So 2, not 2 plus, 2, and you just press enter, 3, enter. -4, remember, use the negative below the 3. Do not click the minus sign or it won't work. -4, 4. If you have an error, check your matrix in case of that happen. -4, 3, -3, 2. So I put in that matrix. You could go second quit to get back to the normal screen. And then second matrix, you're going to do the same thing for number or letter B.
You know how many around how many questions might be on this?
Which one? Graphing?
Yeah.
4 in total. And then the second matrix is based off your answers, which is you just put it linearly, 100, 15, and 54. So 100, 15, 54. Okay, now you use the matrix, you put name, and you have to use the inverse. If you don't do the inverse, you're not going to get the right answer. So A inverse, second matrix times B. Again, since it's multiplication, you don't have to put a symbol in between. Press enter. I told you my answers are going to be very wonky, but those are supposed to be the answers for this.
So when
Your
you do
answers will
that-
be nice, clean numbers like 2, 3, 4, or something like that.
Oh,
Okay.
So now what?
Well, that would be your answer. So you just say X equals the top number, -42.5.
Oh.
Y would equal the second number, -182.6,
Oh, yeah.
repeating. And then Z would equal -183.
They're
0.25.
the same where the X is the top.
As long, so it's based off the order you put it. So usually it's written XYZ. So since you put it left to right XYZ, your answer is going to be XYZ. That's why you can't mix match the order. I'm not going to trick you, but if it was like a higher level, like if we had more time to teach it, maybe I would.
YX.
Yeah. And then you'd be like, oh, I messed up. And I'd be like, I know. No, as I said, I just made up these numbers. So that's why the decimals are like this.
Hey, how about share it over here?
Yeah, but wait, how do we know it's X, Y, and Z, like that order? Just because?
It's based off how you put it in the calculator, but all my X's were the first row, all my Y's were in the second row, all the Z's were in the third row. So as long as I maintain that order, my answers will be that order. On your test, it'll be in normal order, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here because I don't have enough time to start and finish a graphing problem.
So can
Try to be back in like.
If you will be,
Can you post us
but you already
one?
have a video.